So all our distinguished CEOs, once again I request you to please head outside for the photo op session. And please also do take a look at the booklet. The booklet has your designated photo standing number. I'd like to request you to please head out. All the distinguished CEOs, kindly head out for the photo op session. Thank you. We'll have the team coordinate the photo op just outside. So I'd like to request once again all the distinguished CEOs from the aerospace and defense industry, kindly head to your right, just outside for the photo op. Once again, all the distinguished CEOs, I'd like to quickly request all of you to head to the pre-function area. Please head outside for the photo op, and please do ensure you're taking a look at the designated photo standing number which is placed in your booklet. Please take a look at the booklet. The number is present over there for your photo standing point. Please take a look at the number and kindly head for the photo op which is towards your right, just outside. I'd like to request everyone to please head out for the photo op. We'll have the team coordinate the same for all of you. Once again, all the distinguished CEOs that are inside the hall, please head outside for the photo op. Meanwhile, for those who are inside the hall, please do ensure that your seating is as per the seating layout that has been shared on the screen and shared with all of you. We also have the Tamarind Hall that is relaying the live feed of this event. So for the additional guests that have joined us, I'd like to request the additional guests to also please head towards the Tamarind Hall. Thank you. Once again, any of the CEOs inside the hall, I'd like to request you to please head for the photo op. And now I request all our distinguished CEOs and our guests to please take your seats. We do hope you managed to adhere as per the seating layout. I'd like to request you all to please take your seats as per the seating layout. We also have the interpreter channel devices on the tables, so please do make full use of it. We have the language translator device on the table. For the benefit of our members of the audience, our guests, please do note that the interpreting device is available on the table and the controls are also shared on the screen. The channel number is also placed in the booklet for all the respective languages. Once again, I request all our distinguished members of the audience to please take your seats. The interpreting device is also placed on the table. I'd like to request all of you to please ensure you can take a look at the channel numbers that have been placed inside the booklet. If I may please request all our distinguished members of the audience to please take your seats. Meanwhile, we are also doing a live feed in the Tamarind Hall, so I'd like to request all the additional guests that have joined us this evening, if you could please proceed to the Tamarind Hall. The exclusive roundtable that is taking place over here will also be live streamed at the Tamarind Hall. So I'd like to request all the additional guests, a humble request to all the additional guests to please proceed to the Tamarind Hall. I once again request everyone to please adhere to the seating layout and please do take your seats as per the seating layout, the seating numbers and the table numbers as well. We have the interpreting devices on your table. The channel numbers for each language is also placed on the table. On channel number 1 is the Arabic language. On channel number 2 is English, and so on and so forth. To the left side of the device is the volume control, and to the right side of the device is the channel control. I request you all to please ensure you can also take a look at the interpreting device controls in order to make full use of all the conversations that are taking place here this evening at the exclusive roundtable. I once again humbly request all our distinguished members of the audience, all our CEOs to please take your respective seats. Additional guests, please note, we'd like to request you to head to the Tamarind Hall at the earliest. I repeat, all the additional guests, please head to the Tamarind Hall. We have a live feed of the entire event taking place. As the event is about to begin right away, I'd like to request you to please adhere to the guidelines. All the additional guests, one last request, please head to the Tamarind Hall inside the hotel premises to also experience the exclusive roundtable that is being live streamed at the Tamarind Hall. Meanwhile, all the CEOs and all the guests, please do take your seats as per the seating layout. We hope to make this really quick as the program is about to begin. We have all our esteemed dignitaries already on the dais. So I'd like to request all the guests, all the CEOs, please take your seats. As for the additional guests that have joined us this evening, I'd like to please request you to head to the Tamarind Hall. The Tamarind Hall is inside the hotel premises, and we have the live streaming of the exclusive roundtable taking place. All the additional guests, a quick request, please kindly head to the Tamarind Hall. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the program is about to begin, and I'd like to request for your utmost attention. All the CEOs inside the hall, please, and do ensure that you can adhere as per the seating layout. Thank you so much. And that being said, all the additional guests, once again, a humble request, kindly proceed to the Tamarind Hall. The interpreting device is placed on the table, on your respective tables. please do note that the channel numbers are also placed inside the booklet. We'd like to request our guests to ensure that you can take a look at the channel numbers and accordingly take the interpreting device to ensure that you can make the most of the conversations taking place here at the exclusive roundtable. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request all of you to kindly rise up to welcome the chief guest, the Honorable Defence Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, to the exclusive roundtable at the Aero India 2025. We thank you, sir, for your august presence this evening. I also request all our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to please take your seats. I further request our esteemed members of the audience to please take your seats. It's with great pleasure that we are joined by a remarkable array of distinguished individuals. We are particularly honored to have with us the chief guest, the Honorable Defence Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji. We also extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Minister of State for Defence, Shri Sanjay Seth Ji, the Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Dinesh Kumar Tripathi, the Chief of the Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh. We are equally privileged to have the Defence Secretary, Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh, Secretary Defence Production, Shri Sanjeev Kumar, Dr. Samir V. Kamath, Secretary Department of Defence R&D and Chairman DRDO, and Shri Samir Kumar Sinha, Additional Secretary and DG Acquisition, joining us this evening right here on the dais for the exclusive roundtable of the Aero India 2025. On that note, the theme for this year's roundtable is EDGE, enabling defense cooperation through global engagement. Now, this platform brings together the leaders of original equipment manufacturers in the aerospace and defense sector with key decision makers. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to invite Shri Sanjeev Kumar, the Secretary of Defense Production, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to CEO's Roundtable for Aero India 2025. Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji, Honorable Raksha Rajya Mantri Ji, General Anil Chauhan, Chief of Defence Staff, Admiral D.K. Tripathi, Chief of Naval Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, Chief of Army Staff, Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh, Defence Secretary Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh, Chairman DRDO, Secretary Research and Development Sri Samir Ji Kamath, DG Acquisition Sri Samir Sinha, CEOs and industry leader of defense and aerospace sectors who are present here on our request, all the dignitaries present here, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Department of Defense Production, Ministry of Defense, I welcome you all to the CEO's Roundtable event in the 15th edition of Aero India 2025. The theme of this event is Enabling Defense Cooperation through Global Engagement, AGE. It encompasses the spectrum of air defense manufacturing, including opportunities available in civil aerospace sector. The Aero India offers a vibrant platform to every aerospace and defense manufacturer to showcase their prowess in aero and defense manufacturing and also in civil aviation sector. Today, I am thankful to Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji for taking time out from his busy schedule to grace this occasion and address all CEOs in this roundtable conference. I am confident his address, elaborating government policies and opportunities, would enthuse you all for the investment in India's defense manufacturing sector, including research and development, leading to the realization of mission of Honorable PM of Viksit Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat. We would be making in India not only for domestic uses but also for the world as well. Present geopolitical situation has created opportunities to all of us to manufacture in India. 4, creating another alternative resulting into the resilient supply chain. I express my gratitude to Honorable Raksha Rajya Mantriji for gracing this occasion. I am privileged to welcome CEOs and business captains in aerospace and defense sector from across the world who have gathered here for meaningful discussions leading to tangible outcomes. With satisfaction, I observe that there has been an overwhelming response from the industry, with participation increasing from about 70 companies in previous editions to more than 106 companies in this edition, including both domestic and foreign OEMs. We are privileged to have companies from across the globe, companies across competencies, companies across platform, representing complete spectrum of aerospace and defense sector. The Government of India has called for increased participation in defense manufacturing from the private sector to cater to the growing demand. The opening up of the Indian defense industry for the private sector also paves the way for foreign original equipment manufacturers to enter into strategic partnership with defense equipment manufacturers in India. I am confident that this roundtable conference would also provide a great opportunity to us to listen your informed views and insights. Informed views of world leaders in aerospace and defense sectors would help us further refining our policies to encourage innovation, development, and manufacturing in the country. I am hopeful that this roundtable and Aero India 2025 will provide ample opportunities to participating businesses to forge future alliance partnerships leading to significant benefit to you all. With these words, I once again welcome all of you and also convey our warmest regard and thanks to you and Honorable Raksha Mantriji and Raksha Rajya Mantriji and all the senior officers, dignitaries on the dais. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your insightful thoughts. In fact, your words provide a valuable context as we move forward today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite the Defense Secretary, Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh, to deliver a special address to the August gathering. Can we also have a huge round of applause to please welcome Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh.
Respected Raksha Mantri, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, respected Rajya Raksha Mantri, Shri Sanjay Seth Ji, Chief of Defense Staff, General Anil Chauhan, Admiral D.K. Tripathi, Chief of Naval Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, Chief of Army Staff, Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh, Shri Sanjeev Kumar, my colleague, Secretary Defense Production, Dr. Samir V. Kamath, Secretary Defense Research, Shri Samir Sinha, Additional Secretary and DG Acquisition, distinguished business leaders from India and from around the world, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to address this esteemed gathering at Aero India 2025, one of the premier aerospace and defense exhibitions in the world. As all of you are aware, India's defense sector is undergoing a massive expansion and transformation. This is driven by Government of India's focus on increasing indigenization, backed by a growing capital budget and significant improvements in the ease of doing business. As a country, India is in the middle of a huge $1.2 trillion modernization drive, which is expanding and upgrading our physical infrastructure at an unprecedented scale. We are building 28 kilometers of new roads every day. We've doubled the number of airports in the country over the last 10 years, and our rail and port infrastructure is also undergoing massive expansion. In parallel, India is making bold strides in digitization through what we call digital public infrastructure. Our digital payment system has enabled us to leapfrog many countries in online financial transactions, and this combined investment in physical and digital infrastructure is providing the tailwinds in India's growth story, because it is driving financial inclusion, bridging the digital divide, and ensuring better governance through transparent and efficient public service delivery. It is also fueling the rapid growth of our startup ecosystem, which is now the third largest in the world, while also improving logistics for the faster movement of goods and people. This dynamism is also evident in our defense sector. Domestic industry sales have surged from as low as 43,000 odd crores in 2014 to 1,27,000 crores in 23-24, while our defense exports have grown almost 20x over the last 10 years, although this is still a small portion of the global arms trade. The government, in its wisdom, has also taken bold steps to improve the investment climate in the country. The foreign direct investment limit for the defense industry has been raised to 74% under the automatic route and up to 100% beyond that. The industrial licensing regime has been liberalized, allowing licenses to be issued for 18 years at a time. And in financial year 23-24 alone, 369 companies received industrial licensing, reflecting the growth and the growing interest in India's defense manufacturing sector. Today, India's defense industrial base includes 16 defense public sector units, over 430 licensed companies, and approximately 16,000 medium and small enterprises. We also have, as you would have noticed at the Aero India, a vibrant defense startup ecosystem, which we support through IDEX. Looking ahead, India plans to spend a minimum of $20 to $25 billion annually on defense capital expenditure for the next decade or so. We are pushing for a 15% year-on-year growth in our defense capex spending, with at least 75% of this expenditure to be allocated domestically. The government is committed to ensuring that defense products are made in India and made for India and for the world. And indigenization is our top priority, and we are determined to strengthen our domestic capabilities. We are open to all possible collaboration models, strategic partnerships, joint ventures, wholly owned subsidiaries, licensed production, and co-production with Indian companies. We encourage foreign OEMs to establish manufacturing facilities in India so that they can meaningfully participate in Indian defense contracts, and we urge them also to set up R&D centers and global capacity centers in India. To Indian CEOs, I would request you to focus on innovation, R&D, IPR, and global tie-ups to meet our growing demands. Friends, let me stress that our vision is very clear. India aims to transition from being one of the world's largest global importers to a significant exporter of defense products. We will continue to strengthen our ties with friendly foreign countries and expand our global footprint when it comes to defense exports. And this commitment to indigenization and the growth of India's defense ecosystem will remain unwavering under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, and our Defense Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji. With these words, I invite you all to invest in India. We are building one of the most dynamic, innovative, and fastest growing defense industrial ecosystems in the world. The opportunities here are vast, and if you're not here, you're going to miss out. So let me end on this note. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your dynamic words. In fact, your leadership is truly a guiding force for India's defense sector as well. And on that pioneering note, ladies and gentlemen, we now march ahead to our next segment of the program. And before we witness the launch of the Defense Testing Portal and the release of the booklets, we'd like to play across a quick audiovisual film on the screen. So let's have the AV on the screen, please.
On the lines of vision of Honorable Defence Minister to achieve self-reliance and improve ease of doing business in defence production, and as per the guidance of Secretary Department of Defence Production, Directorate General of Quality Assurance, DGQA, has taken recent initiatives for better facilitation of defense testing to cater for rapidly expanding defense manufacturing base in the country. Towards this, DGQA has set up a defense testing portal and has compiled booklets on testing requirements for various types of defense equipment and platforms. Defense manufacturers will be able to search for required test setup and place test demands on defense testing portal. The portal will enable higher visibility of defense testing facilities and enhance transparency and accountability in conduct of defense tests. More than 7,092 number of laboratory tests and 419 firing-proof tests of 102 labs and 17 proof ranges have already been onboarded on the defense testing portal. Booklets on testing requirements for various types of defense equipment and platforms compiled by DGQA will provide guiding information on testing to defense manufacturers and will also act as a ready reckoner during important stages like technical evaluation, production, and final acceptance of defense stores. We request Honorable Defense Minister Shri Rajnath Singh Ji to inaugurate Defense Testing Portal and release booklets on the portal and testing requirements of defense equipment and platforms.
On that pioneering note, I humbly request Shri Rajnath Singh Ji to please place your palm on the iPad to launch the Defense Testing Portal, sir. An amalgamation of technology and human interface as we unveil, ladies and gentlemen, the digital DGQA Defense Testing Portal. I now request, sir, to also please unveil the booklets. So first up, if I could please request Shri Rajnath Singh Ji to unveil and unwrap the booklet. This is the booklet on Defense Testing Portal and the testing requirements, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have all our dignitaries come together for the unveiling of the booklet. Can we please have a louder round of applause for that incredible initiative, ladies and gentlemen? And on that inspiring note, we now invite all of you to experience a compelling short film that vividly captures the remarkable evolution and strides of India's aerospace and defense sector, a powerful testament to our unwavering commitment and bold vision for the future. Let's have the AV on the screen, please.
India's defense industry is soaring, pioneering innovation, strengthening partnerships, and redefining the future of global aerospace and defense.
मेक इन इंडिया अभियान आज 21वीं सदी के भारत की आवश्यकता भी है और ये हमें दुनिया में अपने सामर्थ्य दिखाने का भी अवसर देता है.
Today, with 16 defense public sector undertakings, over 430 licensed companies, and 16,000 MSMEs, India's surging ahead, exporting to over 100 plus countries. India's skilled workforce is driving industry growth, while premier institutions like IITs, DRDO, and research labs are spearheading cutting-edge innovation and futuristic technologies across sectors. A self-reliant Bharat defines the future of the world, driven by innovation, unified supply chains, and strong partnerships. That future is EDGE, enabling defense cooperation through global engagement. India's rise as a global defense manufacturing powerhouse has been fueled by bold reforms in strategy, policy, infrastructure, and taxation, with results that speak for themselves. Revolutionary technology, precision components, AI-driven solutions. India is manufacturing it all, with major capital acquisition contracts and enhanced MRO facilities. The Ministry of Defense is driving transformation for aircraft, weapon systems, radar and missile technologies. India's indigenous prowess is propelled by focused initiatives, unique policies and reforms, resulting in advanced platforms on land, sea and in the air. Strategically positioned, India bridges the East and the West, ensuring seamless supply chains and strengthening the global defense trade ecosystem. Such growth could only be achieved through strong defense and private sector collaboration, with breakthroughs in space tech and unmanned systems, helping create industry unicorns. We are ready for manufacturing and becoming a part of the global supply chain. We are ready for innovations with robust research and development facilities. We are ready for global cooperation. Step into a world of limitless opportunities with India. Come, make in India, make for the world.
What an inspiring journey we witnessed through that film, and it's incredible to see how far we have come, and also incredible to see the kind of opportunities that lay ahead. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I invite our chief guest, the Honorable Defense Minister Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, to share his valuable remarks with the August gathering. So we are eager to hear your thoughts, and if I may humbly request you to please share your valuable words with us all.
Friends, at present I am in dilemma. The meeting was supposed to be round table, but we have been placed on a rectangle. Anyways, I welcome you all in this meeting. Raksha Rajya Mantri Sri Sanjay Seth, Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral D.K. Tripathi, Chief of Army Staff, General Upen Dwivedi, Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh, Defence Secretary Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh, Secretary Defence Production Sri Sanjeev Kumar, Dr. Samir V. Kamath, Secretary DD R&D and Chairman DIDO, Sri Samir Sinha, Additional Secretary and DG Acquisition, distinguished business leaders, guests, friends from media. Good afternoon, friends. It is a moment of the great delight to be with such a distinguished gathering here at this CEO's Roundtable Conference today. It is a wonderful gathering that has brought together the finest minds from the global as well as Indian defense and aerospace sector. I consider this platform where the idea of making India further self-reliant in defense production would take roots and germinate and blossom into full-scale reality. It is also the platform which reflects the serious intent of the Government of India to team with the best organizations around the world in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation. Friends, I would start by outlining the thoughts of the great Indian philosopher and strategist Kautilya, who as far back on 3rd century BC propounded that it is the responsibility of the ruler to protect his people and that peace is preferred over war. Guided by this principle, we have the moral responsibility to protect our people and territory in any hostile atmosphere. To achieve this, we are taking all necessary steps to equip our armed forces with the most modern capabilities and become self-reliant in defense manufacturing through establishment of a strong, efficient, resilient, and future-ready defense industrial ecosystem. In these challenging times, a period where the global security situation is fragile, where the rules-based order is being challenged, and where technologies are creating new opportunities and vulnerabilities. This roundtable provides an opportunity to deliberate on these processes and the technologies, and a brainstorming session like this would have significant impact on how various initiatives are taken in future for national security, at the same time showcasing the opportunities that India provides to be the hub for creating new technologies. Friends, a peculiarity of defense manufacturing is that the products of defense industrial system are ordered by the government and also used by the government. Also, only the government can give license to manufacture or export them. Hence, there is a continuous involvement of the government at every stage of this process. Interactions like today's, this rectangle conference, not roundtable conference, help us build on the initiatives the government has already taken and will provide the path to growth for the years to come. Friends, as you would be aware, we have taken numerous initiatives over the last few years. Under the visionary leadership of our Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, to strengthen domestic defense manufacturing. It is going to be a major growth pillar for the Indian economy as we chart the path of fastest growing major economy of the world. And we are speeding up to become the third largest economy of the world. In order to facilitate this transition from a developing country to a developed country by 2047, the government has taken many transformative steps to make our defense industry an important component of the overall national economy. For our foreign friends, many of whom are sitting here, we have allowed FDI up to 75% through the automatic route. For companies seeking a new defense license, up to 100% is also allowed under government approval route. In this regard, total of 46 joint ventures and companies have been given foreign investment approval in defense sector till date. We have also established 2 defense industrial corridors in the states of Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So far, more than 250 MOUs have been signed for the establishment of industrial units in the 2 corridors. To further enhance ease of doing business, Defense Testing Infrastructure Scheme was introduced to provide financial assistance to the aerospace and defense sector for setting up 6 to 8 greenfield testing and certification facilities. The Defense Exim Portal has made the export authorization process seamless. As a testimony to the emergence of India as a defense export nucleus, India has seen 31 times growth in the export of defense products in the last 10 years as compared to financial year 2013-14. Friends, we have continuously revised and updated our defense product lists, which the aim to encourage more players to enter defense production. The issuance of the positive indigenization list is a clear indication of our intent to support the industry in India's efforts for self-reliance. Friends, the foster innovation and entrepreneurship, acting development of innovative technologies with IDEX, that is Aditi scheme, was launched some time back in the fields of artificial intelligence, quantum, and other such cutting-edge technologies. For innovation projects in the defense sector, more than 500 startups and MSMEs are presently working under the aegis of IDEX. The MAKE procedure was promulgated with a perspective of indigenization through design and development to foster indigenous capabilities in defense sector. Our overall ease of doing business environment too has improved tremendously. These initiatives are showing great results and evident as India has the third largest startup ecosystem in the world today. This is expected to witness year-on-year growth of 10 to 12%. You must not miss the opportunity to leverage the advantages of this vibrant ecosystem. Friends, all these steps are indicative of the government's intent about working together with you all. The essence of this conflict is how to join hands to make India a leading defense manufacturer and a service provider at the global scale. All this has to be viewed in the backdrop of the new technological revolutions such as artificial intelligence, quantum technology, and others. Friends, as the nature of warfare is changing rapidly, we need to adopt and improve solutions constantly. For example, the earlier reliance on pure hardware-based systems are increasingly getting replaced by the software-based systems. Today, the nature of communication and the data sharing in military operations are getting much more complex. Our reliance on a space-based navigation system, space-based communication, and the surveillance implies that space-based assets would have to be integrated in our operational plans. The use of drones in recent conflicts indicate that future would depend on the integrated efforts of manned, unmanned, and autonomous warfare systems. Hence, our efforts on defense manufacturing has to focus on creating countermeasures for these emerging areas. I have highlighted some of the challenges only to outline the concerns coming from rapidly changing technological scenario in defense sector. Friends, all these challenges need specific targeted solutions and countermeasures. Government of India not only is fully aware of the dynamics, but also geared to deal with them. This is where we have put in place transparent regulations, processes, and policies which are industry friendly. I would like to urge this August gathering of the CEOs to come forward and utilize the opportunities offered by the expanding Indian defense ecosystem. These opportunities are driven by our policies of Atmanirbharta or self-reliance in defense production and facilitated by conducive policy regime. Friends, since today, self-reliance is not only a strategic choice and opportunity, but a kind of compulsion too. These opportunities are fueled by a young generation of high-tech workforce willing to undertake the plunge and a great startup ecosystem. We have a large pool of human resources in the country. They are equipped with the required set of skills. The skilled youths constantly update themselves in the face of the fast-changing defense ecosystem in the world. At the same time, I also urge you all to come forward with your feedback so that we can work on a better and more secure future together. Friends, with these words, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers and eminent participants of the event. I am confident that the CEO's Roundtable, which is being organized on the theme Edge, that is enabling defense cooperation through global engagement, will provide a unique forum for forging sustainable and long-lasting partnership. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring and impactful thoughts. And if I may humbly submit, while you did mention that this is a round table and this turned out to be a rectangle, one thing that we will all admit is that your leadership has truly shaped the landscape for India's defense. So can we have a huge round of applause one more time for our chief guest for the day, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji. Thank you once again for your valuable words. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, as we take the program forward, I'm now delighted to invite on stage Shri Amit Satija, Joint Secretary, to deliver a presentation on the theme of the CEO's Roundtable. So can we also have a round of applause? Please help me welcome on stage Shri Amit Satija.
Pointers, yeah. You can operate from there then. Yeah. Honorable Raksha Mantri, Honorable Raksha Rajya Mantri, senior officers on the dais, esteemed industry leaders, and other dignitaries. A very good evening to all of you. Today we have come together in this conference to deliberate enabling policy measures in the industry perspective for enhancing defense industry collaboration and cooperation. This conference underscores our collective commitment to fostering strong international alliances within the defense sector. Together, we will explore innovative solutions, identify synergetic opportunities, and build the foundations for lasting partnerships. It gives me immense pleasure to share that today we have 118 CEOs of defense companies participating in this conference, out of which 58 are foreign OEMs. This is the largest gathering, sir, and in past we have never witnessed this kind of gathering, sir. So we are grateful to all the participants who have come here, sir. We are proud to host such an elite gathering here, which is a testimony of your commitment to see India as a reliable defense partner. This time, the CEO's Roundtable Conference is conducted under the theme EDGE, Enabling Defense Cooperation Through Global Engagement, a platform designed to force strategic partnerships and unlock the full potential of collaborative defense initiatives. The essence of EDGE lies in forging stronger collaborations between India and global OEMs. EDGE is also about accelerating Make in India initiatives and strengthening the indigenous defense manufacturing ecosystem. We are committed to nurture a robust domestic industry, driving innovation and creating high-quality, cost-effective defense solutions within India. Furthermore, EDGE aims to position India as a key player in the global aerospace and defense market. We have the talent, the resources, and the ambition to become a hub for defense manufacturing and innovation, serving not just our own need, but also those of our global partners. Finally, EDGE emphasizes streamlining processes and creating a more conducive environment for investment and growth. India offers a uniquely compelling proposition for investors. We are one of the world's fastest growing major economy. With 50% of our population under the age of 25, we have the world's largest youth demographic. This advantage is further strengthened by the 1.5 million engineers graduating annually. A vast pool of skilled and ambitious talent is ready to drive innovation and productivity. This human resource significantly supports and strengthens our defense manufacturing ecosystem, and India is headed to be a 30 trillion economy by 2047. India offers competitive labor and operational costs, making it a highly attractive destination for manufacturing and investment. Our strategic location offers a unique gateway to the Indo-Pacific and emerging markets, unlocking access to a vast consumer base and facilitating seamless trade. Furthermore, exporters benefit from various schemes like National Single Window System, remission of taxes and duties, thereby reducing the cost of doing business, In short, India offers a compelling combination of economic growth, demographic advantage, strategic positioning, supportive policies, and world-class academic institutions. India's commitment to defense sector advancement is driven by proactive initiatives and transformative reforms. Our FDI policies are very liberal, and the Make in India initiative incentivizes foreign OEMs to establish local production, promote technology transfer, and co-development. Innovation for Defense Excellence IDEX leverages India's thriving startup ecosystem to drive defense innovation. We have also streamlined our industrial license policy. Finally, our defense product procurement policy prioritizes locally manufactured equipment and high-tech manufacturing investments, strengthening our self-reliance. And you are also aware that major defense players are already present in India through partnerships and are manufacturing various defense equipments like helicopters, aircrafts, avionics, radars, electronic warfare, etc. This is just a snapshot of our current capabilities. India's defense capabilities are rapidly advancing. These are very few examples of a wide range of other technologies which demonstrates our progress across key domains, underscoring our commitment to self-reliance and growth in the defense sector. Our major defense exports span a wide range of platforms and systems. Today, we export our defense products to more than 100 countries. We have transitioned into a reliable exporter of defense equipment with our products serving all friendly armed forces in the world. Our steep growth in defense exports not only reflects the reliability and quality of our products, but also demonstrates the trust our global partners have in India's manufacturing capability. As it has already been informed, the number of defense has already crossed 2.5 billion in the last financial year, and the defense production has reached a figure of $15 billion. Defense exports has more than doubled in the last 5 years. India's modernization plan presents significant opportunities for collaboration and partnership. For our land forces, there are proposals in pipeline for acquisition of LCAs, ultralight howitzer, modern tanks, FRCVs, towed and tracked artillery guns. Indian Air Force is also planning to acquire LCAs, advanced medium combat aircraft, and multi-role helicopters. The planned acquisition of light combat helicopters and advanced light helicopters offer further avenues for collaboration in rotorcraft development and production. The Indian Navy focuses on indigenous shipbuilding, includes the construction of a second indigenous aircraft carrier and other warships and submarines. Navy is also planning to expand their fleet by utility helicopters and twin-engine deck-based fighters acquisitions. Coming back to Edge, how do we enable Edge? Edge is being built on key pillars: design and development, industry-led capacity building, manufacturing excellence hubs, business-centering technology development, joint ventures, co-development and co-production, and technology transfers. This integrated approach will drive Edge towards becoming a catalyst for transformative growth in the defense sector. Today in this CEO's Roundtable Conference, we invite all of you, industry leaders, strategic partners, and innovators to join us in realizing the full potential of Edge. I urge you to engage with India's dynamic defense ecosystem, explore the vast opportunities which offer, and collaborate with us to develop partnership for mutual benefit. India is committed to enduring partnership and driving mutual growth. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for that comprehensive and future-forward presentation. In fact, India's vision for the future is exciting, and your insights give us a lot more to look forward to. Well, that being said, we are now about to move on to another exciting segment of the program. We managed to hear from some of our esteemed dignitaries on the dais, but now we will be hearing from some of the pioneers of the aerospace and defense industry. Now, while it was also earlier mentioned that we managed to gather immense participation, so while we get to hear from the pioneers, I'd of course want to sort of put a little attention to detail over there, the fact that we'll be allotting 2 minutes of time per speaker, per presenter. And as I introduce the name, I'd like to request the presenter, the respective presenter, to please share his or or her valuable remarks. On that note, we'll be going in an order. I'll be taking the name of the presenter over here, and we'll be allotting 2 minutes per presenter. So let's also get to hear from the pioneers of the aerospace and defense industry. So first presenter, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Elizabeth Baker, CEO, Ultra Maritime USA. Thank you so much, ma'am. We can have you right from the table itself. So that way we'll keep it interactive, we'll keep it conversational. So with that, over to you, ma'am. I'm guessing the mic became speechless the moment it was handed over to you, so I'm just going to quickly request my team member to turn on the mic. We'll just do a quick check.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's better. Thank you. Your Honourable Raksha Mantri, esteemed defence leadership, fellow industry players, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak this afternoon. My name is Elizabeth Baker, and I'm representing Ultra Maritime here at the conference this afternoon. We are a leader in anti-submarine warfare technology. We already have some established partnerships in India, and we're delivering some towed array capability to the Indian Navy. But today I want to talk about a new initiative for the co-production of US specification sonobuoys together with Bharat Dynamics Limited in India. In keeping with the principles of Make in India and also with Atmanirbhar Bharat in mind. Sorry, I think I slaughtered that, but anyway, I did my best. So we are not only working with BDL to do the co-production of sonobuoys, but we are also engaging between the two companies to bring our supply chains together so that we can leverage the supply chains in India for our global supply chain, and that will be making India for the world. We have recently signed a very small initial contract to allow us to start production planning, and we will be working on establishing the production lines, looking very closely at quality control and the testing procedures that are so important that you've raised today. And this will enable us to produce in India sonobuoys to US specifications that are fully interoperable and interchangeable. So I would just like to say both companies, ourselves and BDL, are both working extremely hard on this initiative now. We've enjoyed great support from your government to date, and we would like to ask for that support to be continued. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Baker. And on that wonderful note, let's also move on to hearing from Remy Maillard, President and Managing Director, Airbus India and South Asia.
Well, thank you for offering me the opportunity to speak before such a rectangular forum. And thank you, sir, once again, for participating to the inauguration of the C295 final assembly line on October 28th in Baroda, Gujarat, in presence of the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and the Spanish President, Shri Pedro Sanchez ji. And I can tell you, sir, that that was a very proud moment for us at Airbus, but I believe also for the complete aerospace and defense community in India. And we are very proud to be supplying the most capable and the more versatile military transport aircraft to the Indian Air Force. And we've delivered 9 aircraft as of today. And sir, you will be pleased to know that we have started today the delivery of the 10th one. The final assembly line that we have in Baroda is only the culmination of a deep supply chain, including the manufacturing of 13,000 detailed parts and the manufacturing of all the sections of the aircraft, the front, the center, the rear, the wings, the cockpit, the ramp, you name it. We have reindustrialized and we are manufacturing the complete aircraft in India in line with the Atmanirbhar Bharat vision of the government of India. And not only that, we're building not one, but 2 final assembly lines in India, one for the C295 and one for the H125 helicopter. We're also growing a procurement and manufacturing footprint in the country. Last year we procured for 1 billion euros, and we are in a trajectory to double our procurement and manufacturing footprint in the next coming few years. So Make in India, sir, is at the heart of our business strategy in the country, and we look forward to exploring deeper industrial collaboration with the PSUs and with the private sector. and specifically when it comes to our A400M aircraft that we have on display at Aero India this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maillard, and thank you for those incredible initiatives that we're getting to hear from these pioneers. So let's continue the interaction. And if I may please request Shri Guru Biswal, Senior Vice President and CEO, Aerospace Bharat Forge Limited, to please share your words, sir.
Thank you, sir, and thank you the dignitaries on the dais. So as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat, we as Bharat Forge are ever looking at opportunities to create competencies in the country. And this is in line with our core competencies of material science, metallurgy, and the mechanical systems. So we are proud to announce that we are currently engaged in manufacturing of landing gears for a certain commercial aircraft 100% in the country. And we are globally doing it 100%, there is no second source. When I say that, we have created capabilities not only for forging, but also the entire end-to-end value chain. The raw material, the manufacturing of landing gears, and strategically, we are moving to make the entire undercarriage in the country. So as a part of this, we and Liebherr Aerospace, we have been jointly working on creating that strategic roadmap to create that for the global requirements. But not to end here, we are now working together and we intend to collaborate and contribute meaningfully to the prospective and ambitious future defense programs like AMCA. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us these opportunities.
Thank you very much, Shri Biswal. And with that, let's also move ahead, and may I please request Mr. Sa Woo Young, Senior Vice President, GNT, Global Network Technology Company Limited, Republic of Korea, to please share your valuable words, sir.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am. I'm very honored to be here to announce the signing the MOU with the biggest company here in India, BDL. Thank you very much, Chairman, and thank you, Madam Prime Minister, for inviting me this special event, and especially Indian defense sectors. My company has been manufacturing, especially in launching tube and mechanical part for providing the Korean Armed Forces. Maybe you have heard that the one of the Korean companies right now has good reputation to export their equipment to the world. So my company has been providing to them, especially of manufacturing, launching tube, or especially many mechanical part. In these terms, I'm very happy to sign the MOU to cooperate with number one company here in India, BDL, to boost the small companies' ecosystems in India. In addition to this kind of special circumstances, Korean government right now strongly support the small companies in Korea. So at the same time, I'm here to support the Indian small companies, not only for small companies, but also big companies to export or to put yourself self-reliance, as Prime Minister mentioned. Thank you very much, and I hope that I can contribute in the near future for our expertise to your countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your enthusiastic thoughts. We now march ahead, and if I may please request Mr. J.S. Gavankar, CEO, Safran India, Safran Group France, to please share your words, sir.
Honorable Raksha Mantri ji and the senior dignitaries on the dais. I am audible enough?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, though I wanted to say something else, sir, but when Mr. Satija presented the acronym EDGE, EDGE, I think it kind of resonated with Safran India's strategy, and I will give you some antidotes to that. What I took from EDGE is you collaborate with global OEMs, you help increase India's defense exports, and you do more Make in India. And I think we are doing all the three things parallelly for past couple of years, and we have roadmap for next couple of years. On collaborate front, I don't want to leave the thunder from Mr. Manoj Jain, CMD Bell, because tomorrow we are going to have a MOU on co-production of hammer in India along with Bell. So that would be our contribution to next Collaborate event. We, as you are aware, sir, we are already on the engine collaboration program with HAL for IMRH and DBMRH helicopter. And we, of course, have been earlier collaborating on the Shakti engine, which is powering almost all the helicopters of HAL. So we are probably ticking all the boxes on the C part of the edge. On the export side, we have been increasing our sourcing from India almost double every year. That's the plan in future. And we are actually setting up our own subsidiaries which are going to feed into the global supply chain of saffron, and that makes the Indian exports feed into the global supplies. One more probable announcement which would happen tomorrow is Safra is planning to set up an EMS facility, which is defense electronics manufacturing in India in the coming year. So that would again add to the global exports in defense from India. Make in India, sir, you are fully aware, but just to let you know that we have been doing with transfer of technology, both with Bell and HAL in the past 10 plus years, and we have some plans in future. Hammer is a Make in India example, and of course, we have recently, 2 years ago, acquired a local Indian company through which we are doing Make in India in the space domain. So this is the timeline in the past and future for Safra. All this is enabled with our 17 work centers, which is in India, spread over 7 cities, and ably supported by 2,600 employees today. By next year, same time, we should be close to 4,000. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gavankar. Ladies and gentlemen, our next presenter, we have with us Vice Admiral Dave Johnson, retired, Head of International L3 Harris Technologies, Inc., USA. So over to you.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Minister, for putting together this forum. This is a fabulous opportunity for us to talk to you directly. It's very important to us. So L3 Harris, we make capabilities that we deliver them. They're from seabed to space, 47,000 professionals working every day to meet the needs of our customers. We're also committed to India and India's success. We've been in India for 21 years, and we took aboard the direction you gave us back in August when you met with us through a strategic partnership forum on we need to be able to make in India, and I'm going to give you 3 examples of what we've done to take your task to action. So first, with my friend Alish here, we just signed a strategic partnering MOU with Kalyani Strategic Systems Limited, and that MOU is for C4ISR opportunities, but what it does for India is we'll set the stage for setting up a software-defined radio factory and transfer of technology, which allows this manufacturer in India with a leading company like Bharat Forge. We could not be more pleased. We're also today cutting the ribbon on a WESCAM Authorized Service Center opening with Merlin-Hawk and Ram and his team. And WESCAM, if you know, they're world-leading electro-optical infrared turrets. They're on your P8Is, and they're also on the MQ-9Bs that are recently awarded, as well as other manned and unmanned platforms. And then finally, we're also working with BEL on strategic sonar capabilities so that we can help India in their desire to increase their undersea domain awareness. So just 3 tactical examples of real work we've done. We're also a net exporter from India with our team down in Bangalore. We do Navy ship controls for platform management systems, and it's not just for the Indian Navy, which I just met with today with Garden Reach Shipbuilder, but it's also for East Asia and Mid-East countries. So in summary, L3 Harris is very committed to India's success. We look forward to working with you, and we couldn't be more excited about the opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Well, moving ahead, we now pass the mic to our next presenter. We have Pascal Soris, the CEO, Thales International, France. So if I could please request you, ma'am, to also please share your remarks, your words here.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Your Excellencies, to give me the opportunity to talk of what Thales is doing in India. Actually, Atmanirbhar Bharat has been at the center of our strategy for India since the beginning. It was through a cooperation with Bharat Electronics Limited in the field of radars with a very successful technology transfer. And since then, of course, we have developed many other cooperations in radars, in electronics, more generally speaking. So basically, what we are doing to grow our presence in the country is to work through various approaches. One is that a long time ago already we established our own subsidiary in India. So we currently have 2,200 people, essentially engineers. More than 70% of our workforce in India is engineering, and we plan to double the number in the very coming years. The second approach is to work through strategic partners like Bharat Electronics Limited. We also have a partnership with Bharat Dynamics Limited in the field of air defense that we're planning on growing, and other companies. I cannot name all of them. And we also have a very, very successful relationship with many companies in our supply chain to which we give opportunities to not only work for Indian projects but also be part of the global supply chain of Thales and export quite a lot. So we are fully in this strategy of making India and for the world. Maybe one point I would like to emphasize is that Thales is primarily a global high-tech company. We in the field of defense and aerospace. We invest every year 20% of our revenues in research and development, and our goal is to have the same approach with our activities in India and use the fantastic engineering capabilities of India to play a growing role in our overall efforts for R&D. And I would like to mention in particular AI, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. We're dedicating a lot of effort on this. Artificial intelligence, as seen by Thales, is really focusing on trusted AI, explainable, transparent, frugal AI, using a limited amount of energy because we have to embed these AI solutions in a number of platforms. And cyber-secured, of course, AI. We are among the global leaders to develop AI embedded into mission-critical systems, and we think, and actually it echoes what's been presented already, and we'll be very, very happy to develop this approach through engineering capabilities in India and working with partners. So thank you, and we are really eager to continue to grow all these activities for India and from India for the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing across all the initiatives that you and Thales have been taking. That being said, once again, a quick request to all the presenters. Let's stick to the 2 minutes time because we have immense participation coming in from all the distinguished CEOs. So without any further delay, let me please now request Mr. Lee Sang-soo, CEO, STX, Republic of Korea, to please share your words.
I'm very honored to invite the Ministry of Defense. We are the engine manufacturers in Korea, and we are established in 1976. And also today, we made the MOU with the PMRs to collaborate the diesel engine and development and license agreement for the future's new engine core and R&D. We are very happy to collaborate with the India manufacturers, and we also learned a lot of things from the high-tech new countries. After that, we are now with the reached the high and technology levels, so we can learn we have running the styles that we can share some the similar system to the India company. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Well, our next presenter, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kobi Zoshnizer, who's the CEO, Semiconductor Devices Israel. If I may please request you, sir, to also share your words. Right across table number 8. Could we please have the mic passed on table number 8? Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Defense Secretary and honorable guests, thank you very much. Just to say, SCD is escorting the Make in India for the last 20-25 years. Our infrared sensors are integrated in supporting the DRDO, different system like commando site, handheld thermal imagers, border security, and etc. The vision of Make in India is our vision as well. We are committed to continue and support you, and thank you very much for all this initiative.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. As we continue going back to back, let's also continue hearing from our pioneers over here. May I please request Mr. Manoj Jain, Chairman and Managing Director, Bharat Electronics Limited, India, to please share your remarks, your thoughts as well, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. As rightly told by Madam, we are working with Thales since beginning, but now we have a business relationship with almost all defense major OEMs of the world, and of course of India. So tomorrow we are signing one JV announcement with IAI Israel, the shareholding agreement. So that will be one more JV from us. And third one, anyway, we have lined up for Hammer missile. The Hammer missile with Safran. There we are not only going to manufacture in India, we are going to maintain it, and we are going to upgrade. We are going to have a joint development of next version of Hammer. So these all announcements are there. In addition, we are anyway working with Mitsubishi Japan, and with them also we have a close association for working on space situational awareness and so many other things. So many things are lined up with Indian companies and foreign companies. We are working with all of them. We will continue to work and give more innovative solutions to our defense forces. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for contributing with those innovative solutions. As we move ahead, may I now request Dr. Angelo Cecchini, Vice President, India, Northeast Asia and Oceania Business Development, Leonardo, Italy, to please share your words, sir.
So, distinguished leaders, this is an honor for us to be here today presenting what Leonardo is doing here in the country, in India. And actually, let me address also a big thank to all the women and men behind the organization of the air show, the Aero India, which is a great event, and I do wish really all of us a billion opportunities. So Leonardo has been in the country through its solutions for more than 40 years, and actually, I mean, the first industrial cooperation dates back to the early 90s. BHEL or LNT, HAL data patterns is just to name a few of industrial partners in the country. We do want to keep on contributing to the security and stability at national level and regional level, as I heard to say, is one Earth, one family, and one future. So let's say that we do recognize the importance of relations, sustainable growth, and long-lasting alliances cannot be based on a simple customer and supplier business model. We do want, actually, and we do put the utmost effort for cooperation in several sectors. Fixed-wing training, helicopters domain, naval defense systems, just to name a few. But to go beyond that, I would say space, cybersecurity, maritime domain awareness, where all the capabilities and technological advancement of our companies can be at disposal for TOT, for joint ventures, for common production and cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for those dynamic thoughts that you've shared. Let's move ahead and let me please request Mr. Joao Bosco Costa Jr., President and CEO, Embraer Defense and Security, to also please share your announcements and your words, sir.
Good evening. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's an honor to be here. On behalf of Embraer, we are so glad to be here. We have started our relationship with Indian Air Force, Indian MOD back in 2000 with the Netra airplane, the platform 145. We have a huge collaboration with the industry. And around of the future, we have our partnership with Mahindra. We are investing a lot on the MTA program. It's our intention to expand the presence of the C39, the multi-mission platform here in India, not only for the Indian demand, but as a hub for the international market. So that's our goal. And I would like one more time to congratulate all of you for the nice air show. And on behalf of Embraer, I would like to assure our commitment with the Make in India. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for also sharing your goals. Well, up next, may I now invite Dr. D.K. Sunil, Chairman and Managing Director, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, India, to please share your words, sir.
Good evening, Raksha Mantri ji, Raksha Mantri ji, RRF ji, and all the dignitaries on dais. HAL, as you know, has perhaps worked with all the major names in this room, right from Airbus, L3, almost all the names we work with them. Across the sectors, avionics, aircraft, we work with Israel, we work with the Russians. We have a very robust business with GE for the engines, and we will be establishing the GE 414 facility for manufacture of 414 engines. So, Atmanirbhar Bharat is our aim, and we will work with all the major companies in the world to get technology for the country and realize the dream of Make in India, Make for the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Sunil. I now invite Mr. Alexei Beskibalov, Deputy Director General, JSC Rosoboron Export, Russia, to also please share your words. All right, so I've been informed that he's not here, so let's also move ahead, and if I may request Mr. N. Ravishwaran, CEO, Mahindra Defence Systems Limited, India, to please share your words, sir.
Namaskar. Thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity to be here. And, yeah, sir.
You are in dark.
आगे आ जाता हूँ मैं.
Please come forward.
नहीं, जहाँ बिठाते हो आप, मैं बैठ जाता हूँ. आप कैसे हो? Thank you very much. हमको लोग recognize करते हैं for land systems. हमारे सारी गाड़ियाँ चलती हैं counter insurgency operations etc. में. And काफ़ी सालों से we've been associated with the armed forces. In fact, the birth of Mahindra itself was supplied to the armed forces. Jeeps for the armed forces. वहाँ से हमने journey start किया था. And अभी हम air show में हैं. So we are associated with all three services. On the Air Force side, we are very closely associated, and in fact, we are one of the only ones to be inside the Air Force base, working very closely with the Air Force on the training. With the Navy and Coast Guard, we are providing radars, which are in all the bases for aviation. और अभी हम एरो में बॉस्को जी ने अभी बताया था, we are committed for making in India, and we are committed to have a large indigenization content along with transfer of technology, not only for India but for the world. I do once again thank you, sir, for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We take that commitment forward, and I now invite Mr. Ashish Rajvanshi, CEO, Adani Defence and Aerospace India, to please also share your words, sir.
So, good afternoon to the dignitaries on the dais. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. One thing which came out of the Russia-Ukraine war is smaller, lethal, and cost competitive solutions are much more important than the strategic platforms. This is India's time to establish the industrial capacity where 100,000 FPV drones per month can be produced rather than 12 missiles from a ICBM perspective. It's an opportunity similar to telecom, where we can actually transform and leapfrog, working with the global partners. In the last 6 years, we have established and operationalized 6 locations across Kanpur, Gwalior, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and now Hosur and Kochi, having invested 5,000 crores and one of the largest investment in UP Defense Corridor across unmanned systems, electronic warfare, missiles, small arms, ammunitions, artillery, and now MRO, which is going to be a very important element for sustainability in the long term. It's a proud moment, sir. Under your vision, Year of Reforms 2025, we are committing 8,500 crores of investment over the next 5 years in defense across these areas to go deeper across design, development, and manufacturing of aerospace and defense technologies. Today, we are working with 15 global OEMs. We are working with a supply chain of 75 Indian MSMEs and startups, and we are truly building India bottom up. And we are looking at your guidance under your vision of walking the talk to support making the vision of Viksit Bharat a true reality. Jai Hind, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. As we take the interaction forward, I now invite Matt Spomberg, Chairman and Managing Director, Saab India, to also please share all the incredible initiatives taken up by Saab India. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm glad to be here. We announced actually very much earlier that we are building a factory to produce the rocket launcher, the 84mm rocket launcher, the M4 version here in India. And we are extremely proud to be the first company, foreign entity, to be allowed to own 100% of that entity. And it's a huge investment for us to set this up, and we are right now in the construction phase of the facility. We started with the greenfield, and we are now developing the supply chain to be able to supply to the Indian Army and also for our export customers, components and complete systems. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. On that incredible note, I now invite Mr. Bharat Malkani, Chairman and Managing Director, Max Aerospace and Aviation Limited, to please share your thoughts, sir, and your words. Over to you.
Jai Hind, Mantriji, and everybody on the dais, thank you so much. I'm humbled to be in this August gathering. I represent one of the smaller companies who started in '94 in an 8 square meter room. And today we are one of India's leading modification companies, having delivered over 200 aircraft to the Indian Air Force in the last 30 years. We are thankful to be here. We will continue to grow the modification. And on a recent note, we have started doing the complete modification of the SU fleet for the Indian government. And thank you everyone for being here and being with us. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Malkani. Marching ahead, may I now request my team to also please pass the mic to Mr. Roderick M. McLean, Vice President and General Manager of Air Mobility and Maritime Missions, Lockheed Martin, USA.
Good evening. We are so pleased to be a partner with India. We've worked with Tata for many years now, providing the empennage as a single source provider for the C-130. In addition, we have had other operations in India with Tata and Sikorsky with our rotary operations as well. We look forward to continue working with India, supporting the Make in India opportunity as we look to expand the C-130 opportunities in country as well. We're very pleased that you're operating the aircraft. It's a very challenging conditions, and pleased to hear that you're pleased with this operation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I now invite Mr. Sanjeev Singhal, Director of Finance, CFO, and Chairman and Managing Director, Additional Charge, MDL India, to please share your valuable thoughts as well. All right, so I've been informed that he's not here, so let's move ahead and let me please invite Dr. Vivek Lal, Chief Executive Officer, General Atomic, USA.
Honorable Minister and all the distinguished guests on the dais.
It's really a matter of great pride that we will be providing the MQ-9B to India. And associated with that, we will be setting up MRO facilities in the country. We have been working with HAL, BEL, and a host of private companies, including Bharat Forge, to create an ecosystem in India so that we can jointly develop this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. While we witness significant display of collaboration through these befitting initiatives, may I now please invite Mr. Salil Gupte, President India and South Asia, Boeing, USA, to please share your words, sir.
Honorable Raksha Mantri, thank you so much for your time today. If you go to the south runway of the airport here in Bengaluru, you will find a 43-acre campus that we have built. This is not just a building. It is a testament to Boeing's commitment to co-development and co-production in India. And in that facility, plus facilities that we have all around the country, we have a team of 7,000 strong that are focused on the future of aviation here in India. What that specifically means is not just aeronautical engineering, but also 10,000 crores worth of exports that we do with our supplier partners, many in this room today, from India every single year. I note that to say this, that while we are well positioned, and there are many other companies here in this room, my friends at Airbus, my friends at RTX and Collins, Lockheed, that are positioned to do the same, we do need your help. Because some of the partnerships with our governments back home in the US or France, you have technology collaborations, the Initiative on Critical Emerging Technologies, the Indusec Startup Initiative. These should be embraced, these should be expanded, because it is these collaborations that will allow us to use the capabilities that we have all built in this country to achieve the dream of co-development for India. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As part of the interactive session, we have our final two presenters. So first up, if I may please invite Ms. Natasha Pfeiffer, Regional Managing Director, Asia, BAE Systems, UK, to please share your words, ma'am.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us today. BAE Systems has proudly been in India for over 70 years, and we delivered 18 platforms to use services, including the Hawk aircraft and the M777 artillery gun. This is something we would like to continue. We're really proud to be in India, and one of the focus areas for us over the last few years has been around the engineering talent chain and the supply chain. And I'm really proud to say we have delivered the offset program for M777, and with that have exported over $200 million of supply chain into our overseas markets. So something that we want to continue, and we will continue to focus on. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Natasha, for sharing all the work that BAE Systems is doing. We now move on to our final presenter. We have with us Andleeb Shadman, Managing Director, Hensoldt, Germany. If I could please request you, sir.
Raksha Mantri, Mani Raksha Mantri, Raksha Raj Mantri, and all the respected dignitaries. I hope I am visible. Okay. My name is Andleeb Shadman. I represent Hensoldt India, which is the subsidiary of Hensoldt Sensors, the Hensoldt Group in Germany. We are primarily into the business of sensors for airborne platform, military land platforms, and naval platforms. Our primary focus in India is the sensors for the situational awareness, improve the survivability and ISR capabilities of the platform. We have been working with HAL, Bharat Electronics Limited, and many other different private companies on different aspects. One thing I want to say to all the respected dais members, I think with the current the mode at which we are now moving towards in our journey for the self-reliance, classical build-to-print manufacturing is not enough. I think, as our defense minister rightly said, that now it's a time to look for co-development and probably focus on a software. My CEO of Hensoldt is also is also believing the same thing, and I think industry is now talking about software-defined defense in the future. No longer we would be working on a hardware alone. And India, being known for a software hub for many, many different sectors like telecom, like semiconductors, and many other sectors, probably we should tap out the right talent from India to realize the software-defined defense. And that's what Hensoldt is trying to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Well, I've been told that we have done very well on time, which means we do have room for a few more views from some of the pioneers of aerospace and defense sector over here. So if I could request you to also raise your hands, we'll quickly pass the mic. I see a couple of hands there on table number 13, 19 as well. If I could request my team to quickly pass the mic, we'll take 2 to 3 more views coming from you. Over to you, sir.
Good evening. My name is Jack Skandasamy, CEO of Layton AI. Sir, we met in US last September. So we make software to bring AI to embedded systems and edge. So we talked about software. Thank you for laying the groundwork. One request for the MOD is that if you can lay out a pathway from an acquisition perspective, who are all the responsible parties along the way that needs to approve? And if somebody is going to be in uniform that's going to be transitioned out, that needs to be clearly stated, right? If they have 1 year left in the career or 3 years left in that particular post, will help people like us to navigate it easily and to predict what to expect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that valuable insight. Let's also move on. Yes, sir, right here on
Good
table
afternoon. It's a real honor to be here representing RTX. All 3 divisions of RTX, Pratt & Whitney, Collins Aerospace, and Raytheon, are very active in the India market. We actually have 7,000 people here doing engineering, manufacturing, MRO, and we have been growing like crazy thanks to your support, both on the MRO side in terms of reforming the tax rules for some of the engine components, as well as on easing some of the restrictions on offset obligations. So we have big plans. We have big plans. We have just opened a major manufacturing facilities next to our friends from Boeing here in Bangalore. We are in the process of opening the phase 2 of this new facility in Q3 of this year. So we'd love to have Honorable Minister and officials here to come and witness that expansion. We are here really fully committed to making India like the theme said, for not only India, but also for the world, right? In fact, Collins Aerospace alone has about 5,000 people here. We do parts, components, and systems for Boeing, Airbus, Embraer, all my platform customers here. So thank you for your support, and we are fully committed to the tremendous growth in India. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I know there are many hands raised, but we have time only for one last, whoever has the mic. Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you, sir. This is Dr. R. Shivaraman from Big Bang Boom Solutions in India. We are a defense startup, primarily an IDEX defense startup. We've been working with the MOD for the last 5 years or so. We've managed, under the able guidance of the MOD and the IDEX platform, we've managed to not only win challenges, but also successfully develop 3 products for the Indian Defense Forces. And keeping in line with the vision of Atmanirbharta and to build not only for India and for the world, Big Bang Boom, as a very, very small company, has not only managed to deliver to the Indian Army and the Air Force, but also successfully export our products abroad. This would be the first time an IDEX startup has managed to do this. This proves that the innovation that's happening in India not only will serve India, but the global stage at large. Thank you.
What do you expect from us further?
So I would expect a lot more support. I was very, very lucky to have the support from the Secretary, etc., on the export licenses, but we struggled a lot, sir. It took us more than 3 months to get a single license, and frankly, the competition out there is very, very tough. Our competitors were able to get a license from a friendly company around within 2 weeks' time. So if there is some facilitation that can be done for that, where without extraordinary effort, we could get export licenses, I think that will be a great thing for us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll take, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Last set of views from you, sir.
Honorable Raksha Mantri ji and panelists. Actually, we have had some fantastic collaboration which has been done with USIBC and India, which was part of what was called ISET. Now, this platform has given opportunity to many people to accept challenges and do also technology development in emerging technologies in the country. If we do similar kind of bilateral arrangements with some of the other countries like UK, France, Israel, and many other countries, I think we can have an ecosystem which can bring technology development together. And this will lead us to co-design, co-develop, co-manufacture, and co-export. And export has been the area where the greatest potential exists for all of us. This will go a long way in helping us that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank everyone for sharing your valuable views and all the extension of global partnership and global cooperation in India. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have a paucity of time, I'd like to now please request Ms. Rolly Mahendra Verma, Deputy Director General, to please propose the vote of thanks for this incredible and interactive evening. Can we have a round of applause as well? Please help me welcome on stage Rolly Mahendra Verma.
Before that, I would like to say something. Today we had a very lively and enriching interaction. And we have taken note of your valuable suggestions. I do hope we will continue having such conversations in future as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'm here to propose the vote of thanks. Honorable Raksha Mantri ji, Shri Rajnath Singh ji, Honorable Raksha Raj Mantri ji, Shri Sanjay Seth ji, senior government officials, global industry leaders of defense and aerospace sector, dignitaries, distinguished delegates, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone on behalf of DDP Ministry of Defense for having taken out time to grace CEO's Roundtable of 15th edition of Aero India 2025. At the outset, I extend our deepest gratitude to the Honorable Raksha Mantri ji for his valuable time and visionary insights, which has propelled the aerospace and defense sector to unprecedented heights. We are also grateful for the esteemed presence of Raksha Raj Mantri ji. I would like to thank all senior government officials, our Defense Secretary, Defense Production, for their constant guidance and support to shape this event. Very special thanks to our distinguished global industry leaders and delegates. Your presence here underscores a shared commitment for collaboration, innovation, and partnership in the field of aerospace and defense sector. My heartfelt appreciation to the Government of Karnataka, including police and security agencies, industry partners and associations, the team of Hindustan Aeronauticals, Bharat Electronics, Invest India, Media, CAB Experience, all MOD and state government officials, and the teams who have worked directly and indirectly to make this event a grand success. A heartfelt acknowledgement also goes to the DIP team, comprising the Defense Export Promotion Wing, DPOs, embassy officials, defense attaches, and indigenization team. Your unwavering support, tireless efforts, and commitment to excellence have transformed this event into a resonating success. Thank you so much. Once again, I thank all our esteemed guests and participants. Your collaboration will drive the future of aerospace and defense industry. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we officially conclude our event. We thank all our distinguished guests, our speakers, participants for making today's program a grand success. We thank our esteemed dignitaries for joining us this evening, and we look forward to continuing these conversations and collaborations in the future. Thank you so much again. Have a great evening ahead. And ladies and gentlemen, let's take these conversations over high tea that will begin at 5 p.m. From 5 to 6 p.m., we cordially invite you to join us for high tea and snacks. We'll take these conversations together. And once again, we thank you all for your befitting presence here. Thank you once again.